You know, money is the root of all evil, and especially when people are aware of your income. Listen, there's always, I don't know, there's a mad thing in our culture where when people start searching up or you start talking to the Times, you start discussing your earnings, it starts getting a bit mad here. Do you know what I mean? But we have to give DJ AG his flowers. Like, we have to. I don't think we understand the impact and what he's done and what he's doing for UK culture and around the world and for DJs. Like, for DJs, for the online. Look, you can see as evidence, yeah, that the online space in terms of streamers, content creators, just online is crazy. Like, this is the space that is changing the world, the authenticity. DJ AG has been doing what he's been doing for many years, and people was laughing at him. He was classed as a YouTube crowdfunder. Now, even if we flip the screen, we go into this side of things. Look, just understand this.
DJ AG online by showing him love, and look how far he has become.
Understand that, guys. I don't want this to get flipping copyrighted, but just understand what he's doing on this side of things. Like, this is when he had no one. Like, no one was there watching him. Like, no one was there. Please understand. You get me? Understand, look. Burna Boy, look. That is crazy. That is crazy. Where he started from. You got Burna Boy, look. Like, it's so crazy. Like, and we got to understand, blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears. You don't look at me, you're saying Bounce is just releasing so much content. But it's like, okay, cool. I'm releasing content in a blog form as a post, and I'm forming it together in a 15, 20 minute bit of content and piecing it so you lot can have more context of, okay, DJ AG has doing something crazy. He's taken over the space of what it looks like to DJ. Like, he now can literally probably sell out Alexander Palace, 10,000 people capacity. Like, literally, he can literally sell out Alexander Palace and do a basic production next to nothing and have artists coming on and him playing, and people would literally have an amazing time. Now, obviously, look, if we flip the screen, we kind of get me, because a lot of people was like, oh, Shea Borough, why are you posting this? Well, it's online. Shea Borough's gonna post this. You get me? The Financial Times reveals DJ AG earns over £20,000 monthly from streaming street sets, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is why he's traveling all around the world and he's building global infrastructure, and he's bringing it back to the UK. Understand that he's moving the needle for UK culture, him single-handedly, and understand the power, and understand that Drake and his team have seen that, and boom, this is here. This guy single-handedly, we need him. He's not in the radio stations. Big shout out to all the DJs in the radio stations, and everyone's doing it. He's done this from the streets of, I'm on the streets, I'm helping up and coming, and I'm going to give people that platform. And people are using that platform for marketing, for promo releases, etc. You've got Naomi Campbell rolling up to a DJ AG set. You got Will Smith. The list goes on, and it's crazy. And if you even go into, obviously, he's very humble, very humble. Do I think that he should have done an interview with the Financial Times? I don't think he should have done that yet. I think he should have waited a couple of years and then done the interview, because there's no stopping him. There's no stopping him. He's literally building his eco infrastructure. And when I always say to you guys, it takes 2-3 years. In 3 years, you're going to be in a world that is like, bro, this can't be stopped, but it's going to be so powerful because every single day, hours on end, he needs to go toilet. And he's going to the maddest place. He's going to Jamaica, bro. Like, gun capital. Like, you might as well say he's going to Jamaica, and he's just still putting on a Jamaican artist. And Bro, this guy, what he's done for the world, impact, a black brother, what he's done is crazy. And obviously, I thought, let me cover this properly. I did cover this, but I didn't give him the right thumbnails, the right flowers. There was a lot of, and the reason why I'm covering this because he also spoke out about his income, like the income. He done a video about his income, and this is the video that he's done here. So
about what I earn, and I think I should address some of this. So first of all, I agreed to do the interview with the Financial Times, and there were many questions asked from why I started doing this to prominent moments that elevated the platform and so on and so forth. And as to be expected, there was always going to be a question about what I earn. I'm happy to be transparent about what I earn. If it helps, if it inspires, if it helps tell the story, then that's cool. And I'll always be transparent when it comes to my earnings. I've got no issue with that. Now, one of the things I will say is that my earnings via TikTok is in dollars, not in pounds. And it does fluctuate. Some months I can make $8,000. Some months I can have a great month and make $20,000.
And understand, guys, even what he's making, it's not going to net. It's not even close to the work that he's putting in. But understand, like, he's making that capital. Yeah, cool. He's bringing in, say, in and around $250,000 for the year. But that is what you start with. Now, in the next 5 years, when they talk about his earnings and it's in the 5 mil a year, this is where, okay, cool. Like, you started from here. I'm going to talk about Joe Budden shortly, but we're here. Also, guys, if you want to listen to me on Spotify, click the link below. Please download my Spotify, listen to me on Spotify. And yeah, just start pushing that. You don't even need to watch me. You can listen to me on Spotify. But just going into what else you got to say. So,
on average, it sits at around between $11,000 to $12,000 a month. Now, with that money, and I've got a limited company, so the tax man, all that other stuff that people are saying, there's been a lot of videos circulating about why the tax man, I pay my taxes, I do my VAT, everything is above board.
This is what happens. People start talking about tax man, because it's just it's like you don't like it. Like, why are we like that? Like, why do you care about the tax man, bro? Like, let him. He's not stupid. He's got advisors. He's actually going on the Financial Times and talking about his earnings. So of course he's paying taxes. Of course he's VAT registered. Of course he's making sure he abides by UK tax rules. So why do we need to say that? But what happens is it's projection. It's like a bit of like small like evil eye. And this is why it's important to make sure that we make sure that our earnings are just behind closed doors. You see, when I was doing Forex trading and I was trading and boom, I was making this, that. Do you know what happened? I lost 100K. I lost 100K on the back of, it took me 6 months to build it up. It took me 24 hours to lose it. But guess what? Man was posting results. It was posting the results. You know why? The evil eye watched it. And that is why what happened. That's the back of what's happened from it. So I think like earnings, keep that shit private, man. Keep that shit private. What you're doing for the world is amazing, but keep that shit private because people don't like that.
An accountant, etc., etc. I have no issues being transparent here. Now, with the money I earn, I have to pay myself, give myself a salary so that I can afford to pay my bills. There are staffing costs. There are costs when things break. I got to travel to destinations. That costs money. This car costs money. It's not, I don't own this car. And so on and so forth. I do need a van, by the way. And I'm hoping someone will sponsor me a van. But we'll figure that out later. The tax man.
Listen, and it's right. You didn't need to explain that, bro. But we're designed in the UK to have to explain it because it's like people will start saying things that you just think, oh shit, like... Like the support might start turning into enviness and hate. And nah, bro, your work ethic speaks for itself, my brother. You get me? Like it speaks for itself. But understand the taxman, guys, and understand like the power of owning your own IP. Like Joe Budden, get me? And it's like the power. Like this is what it's opened up a can of worms with Joe Budden. Joe Budden, what's kind of happened is obviously he posted his Patreon of what he was earning monthly, and it says he's earning close to $1 million a month on Patreon. So, and he turned down a Spotify deal that was 44 million, you know, but they wanted to take his IP, they wanted to take everything and own everything. And at that time, he was making 2 million a month and 2 million a year. But he was getting the same similar numbers. If Joe Rogan was getting, for example, Joe Rogan got offered like 100 million deal, and Joe Rogan's monthly listeners is 200K. Just say, for example, well, Joe Budden's monthly listeners was 165K. So it's like, hold on, if you're offering Joe Rogan 100 million, but you're offering me like just 1/3 of that, how does that even make? I'm not doing it. I'm going to focus on doing what I'm doing. And he's carried on. And obviously he's been a big thing, but the reason why I keep on speaking about Joe Budden is owning your own IP, and us, like, he's a black brother. He's very controversial. He speaks his mind. He gets bashed online, just like Bouncer. You get me? Why for that? But he gets thingied online, and to be a great and to keep on going, you have to block out the noise and keep on going. Do you know what I mean? You have to, because we're in a world of opinions here. I have my opinion. People might not agree with it. My opinions are very raw, but at the same time, it's like, okay, cool. This is where we're at. And even like, just kind of so you can just see DJ AG, TikTok, bam. He's posting. Jamaica, like crazy, look. Bounty killer, you know. Are you crazy, bro? Like, Jamaica bounty killer. He's just got all of them. Look. You gotta understand, legends upon legends. Look. Up and coming artists. Go to his Instagram. Now it's time to build up his YouTube, man. Boom, YouTube, 80K subscribers, 2.9K videos, guys. With 80K subscribers, 2.9K videos. Now, we go to it, boom. Videos. 14 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours, 2 days, 3 days. He just kept keeping them coming. So you get me? You got to understand, guys. Like, look at the Drake. The Drake cosign was powerful, bro. Look. Now, Drake he's on stage, yeah. Like, I've muted this because obviously copyright, yeah? But he's on stage, bro, with one of the biggest artists in the world, bro, and he's DJing. And Drake, all he needed was DJ AG. Like, bam, yeah. And he started from on the roads, crowd serving with this. He started from being on the road, crowd serving, bro. Like it's crazy. You gotta keep on going, man. If you have your dream, you gotta keep on going. You gotta go into the Joe Budden. We need to actually understand like the logistics of Joe Budden. Like understand the logistics.
So Joe Budden's making 900K a month from Patreon, and his co-host just found out that they're working for peanuts. DJ Academics leaked the numbers. The cast is questioning the split, and suddenly everyone's talking about monitoring Joe's finances. But here's the thing that nobody is saying out loud. Joe's pulling in nearly 11 million a year. His co-hosts, they're on salaries while he's building an empire. The Joe Budden podcast isn't just content. It's a media company. And like every media company, there's owners and there's employees. And Patreon takes their cut, Joe takes the lion's share, and everybody else, their talent. But why is Joe the only one making the real money? Because Joe owns the name. Joe owns the brand. Joe owns the Patreon account, and Joe owns the IP.
Joe owns the IP, but guess what? You're forgetting. Joe Budden's been doing this for 2015. When it was just audio. He was there when he was doing it as an audio. No one was there. So now he can pick his co-hosts and he can pay them a salary. He don't need, and if it's that understanding, if there was a different conversation now and it was like, look, I'll give you a percentage of the show. No, but if you're coming onto the platform and we sit down and we discuss a salary and you get paid a salary, it doesn't matter what man's owning. Like, and this is what black people need to kind of remember, guys, because we always look at things like that, but then we will do business with the companies that's worth billions and we bring millions into that with our culture and we don't question that. but we question this. Oh, my man, this is wrong. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
When you Google Joe Budden podcast, I mean, guess whose name comes up? His co-host might bring the chemistry, but Joe brings the business structure. He's the one signing contracts. He's the one taking meetings. He's the one who built the audience before they even showed up. And if we think about it, if Ice and Ish left tomorrow, would the show die? Probably not. Joe would find new co-hosts. But if Joe left, there is no show. That's the difference between being talent and being ownership. But if I was them, here's what I'd do right now. I'd document.
and what he's saying and what she's saying is facts, but also they're on a platform that's building them up. Now on the side, they could be doing what Bounce is doing because they're sitting down on the sofa and they're talking about current affairs, what's happening in America, and people are tuned in to, they want to hear what is happening on the podcast, what's happened this week. They're now got Joe Budden's audience and they now can pivot into their own YouTube and just do something on the side that's going to add even more value to Joe Budden's stuff. And they can set up their own Patreon. So, yeah.
And everything. Every idea you bought, every connection you made, every single time you saved the show, build a file. Then sit down with Joe, not as employees begging for scraps, but as business partners discussing value. We've helped build this to $11 million annually. Here's our contribution. Here's what we want going forward. Option one.
But why should that even happen? You should understand the position that you're in. If someone said to me, look, Bounce, work with Elon Musk for 1 year and don't get paid a penny, but you're going to get all of these resources, you're going to get the cosign, and you're going to be able to kind of push the direction of like what he could do to help X, Y, and Z. Just saying, bro. But Elon Musk is making, the ideas that Elon Musk you help is making this much, but you just being associated to a man like that already, you've picked up on all these things you can go off and now. But do you know what it is? The co-hosts, they make 1.5 million between 8 of them, and it works out to be around 200K a year. So let's say 300, let's say 15K a month. But okay, cool, that's your base. Go out there and make it make sense even more. Let me know what you think.
An equity deal. We want 15% of the company split between us, right? And then option 2, a revenue share. We want 20% of all Patreon income moving forward. Option 3, walk away and compete. We're starting our own show. Thanks for the masterclass, Joe. It's been great. Joe built this from nothing, took the risk, owns the IP. That's why he owns the bag. But leverage isn't just about who started what. It's about keeping it going. And to be honest, if you're irreplaceable, act like it. This one's probably going to split opinions. Whose side are you on? Talk to me in the comment section. And what would you do?
Let me know in the comments. You get me? Let me know in the comment section. Obviously, that is a good way of leveraging yourself, or it's a conversation. I'm going to do what you're doing and I'm going to do something on the side. So, yeah. But just understand Joe Budden and what he's done, what he's doing, and you have to give him his flowers. Like, if you go even to his TikTok, understand he's probably got someone posted on his TikTok. I've now got a team, well, someone that edits all my content, puts all the clips out. So whatever I'm doing 3 times a day, posts on YouTube Shorts. I've given him access to my Snapchat where he can post. You don't have to have the logins. I've given him access to my Instagram, so he posts on my Reels and my stories, and TikTok. Because now I'm operating like a business now. I'm saying, look, Bounce, you need to stop being too invested into this DM, that DM. You'll get focus on the art. Focus on this. Leave your team to post and operate like a business. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But if you flick to Joe Budden's and you can go, look, you can see his Patreon, you can see, boom. And if you go to his actual Patreon, this is his Patreon, guys. He's released 1,500, nearly 1,600 videos, and it can show you your home. Obviously, his picture, look, and it shows you $5 a month, $10 a month, $25 a month. and it gives you more insights of this lot $10. It breaks down. If you want to watch this content, and this is the power of, if you even focus on music and the labels and just owning, selling directly to consumer. This is selling directly to consumer. Now, over the years, over 10 years, people have tuned into Joe Budden, and they're tuning in, and this is value to them. This is value to them. People gift. They're gifting DJ AG online. I can go online now on TikTok and do a battle based on nothing, and I'm getting gifted. Like I can go on TikTok all week and probably make around £1,000 just for being on TikTok. So why don't you think making content, and this is you guys, content creators and whatnot, like build up your personal brand, own your IP, don't be signing into no production companies because you want to sell your thing to get this. Build up from ground up, keep on going. If you need to work 2 jobs, work 2 jobs. If you need to work 3 jobs, work 3 jobs. And thumb down on that, you will get that breakthrough. You might not get it in a year, but if you do it every single day, you're going to open up more doors. You're going to be able to pivot, and you're going to be able to keep on going. So what DJ AG is doing is so great, yeah. Forget about what he's making this month. He's on to becoming so powerful for our scene. It's like, yo, that is worldwide recognition of what UK is. And he's flying the flag, bro. And you have to give him his flowers. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.